Welcome to Allie's Attic Show, where you never know what kind of surprise you'll find in my attic. I'm your host, Allie, and today my surprise is a North Carolina native who puts a new spin on classic rock roots. Please welcome John Foley. Hi, John.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Okay, so I've obviously listened to your music. I listen to everybody's music that comes on my show. In your bio, it says that your music is reminiscent of Tom Petty and Fleetwood Mac. And before the interview, I was telling you that it really reminds me of Tom Petty, which is
it's a great compliment.
Yeah, totally it is. And it's so sad that he left us. But John, tell me when you decided that this is what you were going to do. And I mean, you've released your sophomore EP, Spectres.
Yes.
So, like, how old were you when you started doing this?
Well, my father is a musician, so I've always kind of been around music. But I didn't really start playing music until I was maybe 16. I think is when I really started playing guitar and really got interested in it. But guitar was always kind of a tool just so I could sing with something.
Mm-hmm.
And so most of my songs are based on acoustic guitar because they're just written from a vocal melody, and then I put chords to them.
Okay.
And so my father plays bass, and he's always been playing around Charlotte, where I grew up, and my room was actually right above where the practice room was. So I would go to sleep as a kid a lot with my room rattling from the drums. And he tried to teach me guitar a few times when I was younger, and I wasn't really into it. And then I came back when I was, like I said, about 16, and was really into it.
Wow. So you've been doing this since you were 16 years old?
Yes. But I've been kind of writing for a while. I found like little stupid songs that I wrote when I was much younger than that, just like scribbled down in a notebook.
And so you've obviously gotten better because I've listened to your songs.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of tough to read some of the old stuff sometimes. Like, ooh,
Yeah, I guess.
why did I write that?
I know. I did the same thing. I used to write poems. I don't know why. I'm not a poet, trust me. And my mom saved all the stuff, and when I read them, I was like, oh my God. Like, did I write this?
It's like no one can ever see this.
Exactly. This has got to go in the vault. Okay, so where do you, so you're 22, right?
Yes.
Okay. So where do you get your inspiration to write the songs that you're writing? Because, I mean, the songs are amazing. The vocals are crazy. So where do you...
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It really depends. Sometimes I'll hear another song and have like a few words that I like, and I'll write down a line and come back to it and build a song just from a line. Sometimes it's a little melody. Sometimes it's a guitar riff. That's usually not the case, but sometimes I'll kind of write words around guitar. But it's really anything. Some songs I sit down and they just come out in like 10 minutes. Some songs I have to rewrite over and over and over again, which is what one of the songs Midnight Oil is about, is trying to get a song to work, and every time you rewrite it, something's not right about it, or it's just kind of the same thing.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's cool. And you know what I love about, I mean, I can't write a song if my life depended on it, nor could I sing it or play any instrument to go along with it. But what I love about songs and songwriters is everything relates to something that somebody's gone through. I mean, you can make that song, your anthem, or you know what I mean? It just blows me away. But I mean, I used to, when I was young, I couldn't get it. I was like, how did they know what I was going through? But then I'm like, well, wait, they've probably, now I know they've probably gone through it, or they've seen somebody that's gone through it. So yeah, I love that it brings people together as well. I think music is just...
a lot of times...
Go ahead.
I usually don't think that I'm, like, writing from personal experience too much. I usually think that I'm just, like, writing a story. But a lot of times I'll write a song, and then a few months will go by, and something happens, and I'm like, oh, now I can relate to this song a lot more. So it's kind of weird to see a song grow, like, outside of you and kind of become its own thing.
Yeah, I guess it would be. It's kind of like your baby, right?
Yeah.
Not that you would know. You're too young to have babies, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, So do you play live a lot around Charlotte, North Carolina?
Well, I live in Raleigh now. I moved here about
Oh, okay.
5 years ago to go to NC State, and we used to play around, but I'm in between a band right now, so it's hard to keep steady people in the band. So I'm starting to do more solo stuff, but we don't play it live a whole lot right now.
Okay. Okay. And you collaborated with a whole bunch of local musicians to record and release the Premonition EP in the fall of 2016, right?
We did, yeah. So like I said, with my dad being in the Charlotte 16, he knows all these great musicians that came in and became like the session musicians for those. So I just recorded rhythm guitar and vocals, and then had just people come in and say, ask them to play what they felt like the song needed. And it came together really well.
Wow, yeah, it did. So was it your idea to make sure you sounded like Tom Petty and Fleetwood Mac, or is that something that just happened?
I think there's only been one song where I've actually tried to sound like Fleetwood Mac or Tom Petty, but because I listen to them so much, especially Tom Petty, I think it just comes out. Like there's an album that's about 3 hours long that's called The Live Anthology. It's a collection of a bunch of live performances, and I can't tell how many times I've listened to that song, or listened to that album, how many hours I've spent with that. So I think it's just because I'm just around it so much that that's what it sounds like.
Ah, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Fleetwood Mac is one of my most favorite bands in the entire world. I wanted to be Stevie Nicks when I grew up. Like, that's who I wanted to be. So I love their music, and you can really, really hear it, especially in Midnight Oil. That's one of the ones that reminds me of Fleetwood Mac. And then Fortune kind of reminds me of Tom Petty. Like, you can really hear it. You can hear the influences. So that's very cool. So now that you've been doing this for a while, I mean, you are still young, but you've obviously gone through stuff to, get you to where you are. If you had any advice to give any, like, artist that's out there, new artist or an artist that's, struggling out there, what do you think you'd tell them based on what you've gone through, John?
I think I would just say to start doing it, because if you wait until you feel ready, you'll never really feel ready. So you just have to start, whether it's like recording a song or showing your music to other people. You just have to start doing something with it, and then it'll, as you do things, you'll learn and you'll meet other people, but you can't really start, you can't go anywhere unless you start, you just have to do something.
Yeah, exactly. Where are you going for, like, what are your plans music-wise going forward?
Well, we are recording so Spectres, the EP is really the first half of Spectres and Spirits album. Mm-hmm. So we're finishing up the second half of the album right now, Spirits, that we're just doing vocals right now, so it'll probably be out in the next couple months, and it'll be a follow-up, so it's meant to be listened to all the way through, like one album.
Okay, okay. And I guess eventually when you get a band together and things work out and you're done, you're in school right now, right? Or university?
I just graduated.
Oh, okay.
So I'm out.
Oh, congratulations. So I guess once you get a band together and stuff, you will start probably performing, like in different places throughout Carolina, North Carolina, well, all over the States, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Live performance is definitely my favorite part of doing all this.
Yeah. Well, and I could imagine that a lot of people would love watching you live. Like, do you have a YouTube channel that you play a lot on, or?
We do have a YouTube channel. I'm not sure that there's much on it. I need to check and update it with some of the newer videos I have.
Okay. So anybody can purchase your music online, and you also have a website. Like, that website's going to be up on my website. It's jfoleymusic.com. What two songs are we going to hear from you today? Oh, I mean, we've already talked about them. We're going to hear Midnight Oil and Fortune. So we know Midnight Oil is talking about writing a song. What is Fortune about?
Right.
Is that it just came to you, or?
So it's kind of hard to remember where these songs started. Fortune was when they went through a few different versions before it got to where it is now.
Oh, okay.
But it's just kind of about, I guess, materialism in general and how money is not necessarily going to make you happy.
You know what? I was talking about that earlier today. I said, you know what? It's so sad that money makes the world go round because it should be something else.
Yeah.
And then I said that we should all start using horses and carriages so maybe gas prices would drop and growing our own food. So then maybe, anyway, it was just, I had a rant about that today.
Like our little world.
Exactly, right? Well, I want to say, I think you're amazing. And I mean, you're so young.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I can just see your future is going to be very bright. And just keep doing what you're doing because, good Lord, to sound like Tom Petty and Fleetwood Mac, which you do, but you also sound like you. I mean, you can tell it's you. So I think you're going to go really far. And I hope I get to watch some of the growth. And if you ever want to come back on the show, let me know. Anything new happens, you're more than welcome to come back on. If you have a new single that you want me to promote, you can send it to me and I'll put it up on my website. I have a page called Allie's Odds and Ends, and that's exactly what it's for. And yeah,
Awesome.
thank you so much, John, for coming on, and hope to hear from you soon. You have a great day.
Yeah, thank you.
You are welcome, and thank you for joining me on Allie's Attic Show. Keep checking my website because you never know what kind of surprises you're going to find in my attic. Cheers.